Okay, we're back for Medieval Total War. In the last video, we made some progress into continental Europe, Western Europe, and we're going to continue on with that. England looks like they want to attack here. Um, they've got quite a few troops here. They're probably going to launch into here. We'll see. But that's fine. We'll repel it. Now, what I want to do is I don't want to let Egypt get out of control. So I think that's going to be the focus now. So all of the troops from Iberia are going to move to the south. We're going to move everybody to the south. And then what we'll do... Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make some... somebody mentioned making some urban militia here. I think we need this, right? Yes. Off of Granada, so we'll do that. In fact, you know what? We'll just build up Granada. We'll start building that up. And get that province built out. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is all the troops that are produced in Europe up here, we'll just use them to handle Europe. All of the rest of the troops in Iberia will head south. So I want to get four or five armies to overrun Egypt down there. That's sort of the goal. And so that's what we're going to do. And I think we're really in a good state here. And we're also building everything that needs to be constructed right now, at least for the moment. Oh, they did attack. I knew it. Yeah, I figured they'd go in there. So let's see how bad. So it's relatively even. They're even, but we're probably going to suffer quite a few losses here. If I could only fight these battles. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, we took a pretty significant hit, but it was worse for them. However, since they attacked, they're greatly weakened, and so are we. But we have more provinces now than they do. So let's move this army over here because we're not at war with. Yeah, so we're still allies, and I think we're neutral on. Yeah, so we're neutral on Italy, and we're in a. So yeah, basically, I'm not going to attack. We're not going to worry about the French right now, but we are going to worry about getting rid of England. I'd like to capture... Yeah, we got this fleet up here, which we're paying a lot for. Yeah, so we want to knock down those support costs. 25 versus... I mean, it adds up. It does add up in the end. So I am a little concerned about France. They have quite a few forces, so we've got to be a little careful. But we'll attack Normandy in a few rounds. I don't want to let... we could go there now, actually. But let's just hold off. Let's get like another army built. And then here, like I said, we're just going to get everybody moving south. And we've got... You know what? Let's start getting some more boats now. So we can move our troops easier, or quicker, down this coastline. Can I make boats here? Yes. So let's put 3 there, and let's actually get the dockyards going too. And I think we're still doing fantastic on money. Yeah, I mean the profits are still good. So, all right, we'll let those. Well, we do have this fleet, but I'm going to save these guys to block Egypt. And this army is in good shape. Maybe a couple more units, or no, you know what? That's good for now. We'll just leave this army here. And I would like to put a general in charge, but we'll get there eventually. How many? Speaking of generals, okay, so we've got some generals down here. Well, we at least have a 2-star that's not very loyal, by the way. You know what? I think we're going to send one of these 4-stars. Yeah, we're going to dispatch one of these 4-stars down the coast. Because we need a better general down there for sure. All right, so here we go. Italian king has died. That's fine. And let's start making those urban militia on Granada. Well, let's actually get rid of these boats. We got a boat in construction, but should be able to make one now. Yeah, I'd like to give him some armor too, eventually. All right, so let's now send all of these armies like we planned to the south. So we're going to have a huge, massive sort of buildup down there. I need to get all these boats. Well, England's blocking the channel anyway, so We're not going to worry about that right now. And so we'll continue just mass producing units. We'll do the footmen, and we'll even send those, once we get the urban militia going, we'll send them south too. The Ghazi infantry is fine. We'll just make Ghazi infantry there. Okay, looking good. I do wonder if I should start engaging. What do we got here? A 1-star. We'd probably lose a boat, but I do wonder if we should start engaging the English fleet a little bit, but not right now. I really don't want to hold England. We may bypass England for a while and just go up there and I'm not sure. I haven't decided if I want to hold England or we just want to go up there and cause problems. We'll see. I don't want to. We have to keep 2 armies here because they're going to come down. We need more troops because the French could attack us. We're just not in a position where I don't want to like have to abandon provinces and things like that. So let's just keep the buildup going. We need at least another, yeah, we need another 1 to 2 armies up there, and that's fine. All right, so let's get these guys. Let's end the round. Always got to be mindful of that end date too. 14, was it 1453? I think it is. When the Eastern, when Constantinople fell to the Turks. Yeah, the end of the Roman Empire, which had lasted, well, Eastern Roman Empire, which had lasted 2,000 years. Can you imagine that? Long time. I have a history channel, by the way, in case anybody's ever interested. History Den is the name of it. And if you're ever interested, I'll put the description in this video if anybody's ever interested in. I have a whole series on Rome. Right now, I just finished actually the Second Punic War, which lasted, I think it lasted, it took me 10 years to finish it, but it's pretty definitive if anybody's interested. Okay, so we're going to combine this army now and move it south. That's what we're going to do, like we planned. And let's see, can't make the urban militia quite yet, but we've got a good fleet here that's getting built up again after we sort of moved most of the fleet up north here to block the English Channel. And we're getting things done here. That's good. Okay, so here, let's keep the profit going. And we'll just keep making troops. And I do want to take Normandy, but like I said, we want some more armies there. We don't want to get too aggressive. And I do want to sign out the governorship here. There we go. Okay. If I'm lucky, it'll increase taxes. I think it's acumen. Which one is it? I always forget which one it is. Is it acumen? That just gives loyalty. Some of them, I think it's acumen. I can't remember. But in any event, let's continue on. And so this army will be heading south. That's good. We've got our 4-star here. And he can now start moving down the coast. It'll really help when I get these boats, when the fleet is entirely built out on this coastline. That's going to be a huge thing to do. And, oh, we got to make sure that we're still, there we go. We've got metalsmith. Oh, actually, we're going to start that first. And we'll actually add some profit. We'll do a merchant's guild, and that's good. Another spearmaker, and I think we're good to go over here. All right. So let's go ahead and end the round. Oh, no. You know what? Let's get some more troops there. And here, add some foot soldiers. There we go. Okay, so we've got these armies being built out. They're not the best quality, but we're just using them kind of as fodder right now because we're going to redirect our best forces south to take on the Egyptians, hopefully very soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the round. And once we get those boats built out on the coast, we'll be in really good shape to sort of. I mean, we do want to at least move up. Get in here. I imagine the Turkeys in here do. I don't know how big they are. That's the thing we don't know. It's the fog of war, or what what the Byzantines are doing. Um, but the Turks could be in here too. So, and they sometimes can get huge too. So, I had one game where I wish I would have saved that game. It was incredible. I'd like to replay it. Sometimes I have saves I replay, but it was incredible. So, what happened was I had basically I was playing the Almohads. I'll never forget this, and I think it was like the year 13. Anyways, I couldn't penetrate up here because the Holy Roman Emperor got big, and so that's why I was telling you guys in the last video. I was surprised that they sort of fell apart early, which usually doesn't happen, but they did. And make a long story short, I thought they were like the dominant power, but then all of a sudden Sicily comes in from land, by the way, not from sea. They come in and they take Toulouse with like 8 armies. So I'm sitting here just like, what the heck? I've never seen it expand that quick in expert mode, and I mean even in expert mode, it was stunning. And then they were all the way over here. I only had Constantinople, so basically they had the everything. It turned out they had everything, overrun everything. And like I said, I've never seen that from Sicily. So it was a massive battle. I think what I had to do to win that, I had to actually go assassins, start assassinating their generals. And that was the only way. That was the only thing that did it, because they had so many more troops. Okay, so I digress. I think we're good to go here now. Okay, so now we can start making some urban militia. Let's give those guys let's give them an armor as well, and we'll start producing them anyways, and then we'll send them south too. They'll go south too. And let's actually just keep these guys all together. And we've got the boat. That's good. I don't know if I want to go 3 or 4 deep in terms of the fleet. I'm not sure. We'll see. And I think things are looking good. All right, so let's go ahead and end the round. Just want to make sure I'm building everything out that I need to be. What's Portugal? Oh, yeah, let's look at Portugal. Let's go for profit, and then we're going to go build a shipwright, and that looks good. Anything else? Let's just do a quick tour here of the provinces. Anything here? No, not really. Nothing there. Now here, let's see, what are we making here? Yeah, well, let's go ahead. We'll just add I mean, we're making so much money right now. I mean, it's never a bad idea to build up money, or build a huge treasury. But the way you have to look at this is over time, this will pay off itself. That's the way you have to look at it, even though it's expensive for a province that doesn't make a lot of money, but we'll go ahead and do that anyways. And then I think we're going to add a castle. So there we go. Okay, so I think that's good. Can we do anything in Cordoba? Nothing. No, nothing in Cordoba. And we're just doing a quick tour. I like to do this every few rounds. All right, so let's end it. And looks like England hasn't sent any forces down to Normandy. So, well, of course they have no, I'm blockading it. That's why. And this is why I wanted to get this fleet up here, so they can't really send reinforcements. So they're kind of on their own, unless they can move it through. I don't know if they're allied. I don't know if they can. I forget if the AI can move forces through an ally. I forget about that. I don't think that. I think it has to be a crusade. In any event, we're getting to the point now where we can take Normandy, which is really the key. And okay. I have a little bit of a cold going right now, so I don't know if you guys can tell. So I guess when you want to get rid of a cold, it's good, or you want to feel a little bit better, you play Medieval Total War. That's what you do. All right. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, these guys are good. Let's continue moving these troops down the coast. It's too bad we don't have that fleet yet. Oh, we needed one here in Africa coast. Okay, so we'll do that. And they're almost there. And these guys are still going. Looks good. Okay, let's take a look here now. I feel pretty secure about We've got this guy here. There's no real threat. You know what? We're going to take a risk. We're going to move this guy here because most of the French forces are in Brittany, so we're gonna go ahead and go for it. And then immediately try and get another army in So you're kind of borrowing an army. So we'll move an army over into Burgundy, but we're kind of borrowing an army, taking a little bit of a risk, but I don't see a huge threat here from the French, and they're allies with us. That's good. So I doubt they're going to attack. And the Italians, their main problem is the sea for us, not really infantry. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the round. And I hope it doesn't crash on me. I've actually been getting some crashes just in the main UI here. But I had to change the resolution up. I mean, the game's getting old now, so there's a lot of. I wonder if it runs better on Windows 11. I don't know if anybody knows the answer to that. I haven't gone to Windows 11 yet. It keeps prompting me, but I haven't done that. All right, so we took Normandy, and this is where this blockade really came into good use. That really helped. So let's go ahead and. I mean, we're in good shape here. We're just producing all these troops that are basically fodder at this point. So we've got a good amount of a few forces in Anjou. Let's actually move this army over here like we wanted to Burgundy. Okay. And I think that's good. We may have to start a war. I think we are going to have to start a war with the French. So that'll be our next, because they're just blocking. They're kind of in the way now, so we do have to start it, but we're going to need more forces to that. Of course, if we just hammer Brittany, they don't have a lot left, so we'll see. Anyways, we're going to do a little build up there for a while. And here things are good. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So we're finally starting to get some of these armies down here. I think we need a couple more, and I think we can even start adding forces down here. Let's go spearmen. And we'll also keep adding these guys. That's good. We're going to have a full army of urban militia. And once they build out, I think we'll launch an attack against Egypt for sure. I think that's good. All right, so let's end the round. We'll just keep this thing going. We got an impressive military force. I always like that message. Okay. And now, let's keep building that army up. Just get these guys situated. How's the loyalty looking? Always like to do a spot check on that, just see, make sure there's nobody. Unfortunately, the Almohads don't get princesses. I forgot about that. So I always forget that, by the way. But they don't, so you don't have a. It's kind of hard. The best way is through handing out governorships, but I don't like to typically hand those out to. I don't know what you guys feel, but I typically like just to like to hand those out to the troops that are holding the province. I mean, it makes sense because you're going to keep them there, so that's why. But I suppose if you had a real disloyal critical general, it might be a good idea to hand one of them out to him. Okay, so these guys are now going to head to their assigned province, which we know is down south. I forgot the name of it. What is it? Syrencia? Am I pronouncing that right? I don't know. Tunisia. Okay, is there anything in Tunisia? Nothing there to do right now. We could build a Rubat, but I'm not going to do that right now. This is good. Fleet here is pretty sizable, so we'll just keep that where it's at. The Sicilians are kind of looking a little threatening here with their. We were just talking about them. So I do wonder if I want to keep these four. You know, I think we're going to do that. We'll keep them. We'll keep at least a minimum of 4 boats. Oh, we have the ability to make. Yeah, let's make the Bagala. Okay, so that's continuing on down there. up here. Things are looking good. How long is this going to last? About to fall. That's good. And let's send all these guys south. And how are we doing on profits? Still really good. Look at that. Still over 3,000 on the projected profits. I mean, that's really good. I feel like there's something. Oh, it's Navarre. I was like, I know there's something to do here. We've got. All right, let's go castle there. And everything's just, our production lines are just trucking along here. Okay, so here we've got our urban militia army. They're loyal. That's good. And I think let's also make sure we've got an Alim in each. Yeah, that's one thing I do want to check. Alim preaching the faith. Let's just make sure we're doing that too. It's easy to forget, but it's really helpful with loyalty and morale. Let's check here. Yeah, you know, we're going to make sure that we put an Alim in each one of these. We got one here. No, we don't. Need one there. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's keep the profit going. We can't make an Alim there yet, but we will be able to. This, it always seems, and I don't, it's, I'm sure it's psychological, but it always seems like province just takes forever. It always seems like it's destroyed and it just takes forever to build up. Okay, so there we go. Let's end the round. And the troops down south are really building up fast. I think we can almost launch into Egypt in a couple rounds here. Hopefully. King of France is dead. Okay, that's always good. It's always a good time to attack when the king dies. Because the troops are disloyal. Well, let's see how loyal they are. Well, I take that back. They stayed pretty loyal. And we took Normandy. That's good. But it's very vulnerable, and that's fine. We could always abandon that if they do decide. Oh, you know what we want first here? We want a port there first. And then we'll worry about the other things. And we do still want to keep the units building up. That's fine. So everything looks good up there. Here we go. Now we should have a big... I don't think these seas are blockaded by the English. They are not, which means we can get down here now. That's really good. We're going to produce... Actually, we're going to hold off on the... You know what? I'm not going to. It's tempting, but we do need... I do want the Alim there. And then once we get enough boats here, we'll move part of the fleet into the Africa coast, because that doesn't actually have a dock yard, so... I got to be careful. I'm tempted to move this guy south, and I have to remind myself he's actually, that's his assigned province. Okay, so good. All right, so how are we looking? More troops down here. So I think we'll be good to go. All right, so let's end the round. And in 3 or 4 rounds, we should be able to launch an attack against Egypt. Another mistake I used to make was to let Egypt just go, and it's not on expert mode. That is not a good idea, because they can overrun you quick, and they have a comparable fleet, so it's always good to take care of them as early as possible. I think I mentioned in the last video my problem in this game. It's still a problem. Actually, when I play medieval Total War 2, I always find myself being too conservative. That's our king died. Oh boy. You know what? I think we're going to put him right here in this province. This is a good province because it's connected to a boat, and we're not going to put him down here anymore. So we just have one prince, but we have a bunch coming, so that's good. So let's move him up here. We'll keep the royal family, everybody up in that province in Valencia. And down here, we're in good shape. Okay, so need some more boats here, so I got to get the Africa. You know what we could do? Yeah, let's move these three guys here. There we go. Okay, and now we'll replace them. Let's check profits. Well, we just took a big hit on it. I figured that was going to happen because we're producing so many units here. I figured what we do have to do is go on the offensive. We can't just let the army sit around. And we're planning that down south. But I think here, we might pause a little bit here for a bit. I'm going to send these guys here. Yeah, we're just going to get one more army here and one here. Maybe one more here, and that's it. So, and they'll just hold the line for a bit because we're going to focus on Egypt. Okay, that's good. I mean, we still have tons of cash, so, but I do want to start getting Egypt because we're going to need the money here. And the worst thing you can do is run out of money. Obviously, it's kind of important when you're trying to wage a world war. So we'll keep a little bit. Yeah, they're dipping now, so I figured that was going to happen. Okay. So there's the royal army, all the royals there. This guy should be able to move all the way there. Okay, we're actually, the good news is we're almost ready to launch. And we almost could, but let's send the expeditionary force, or fleet, over there. Just going to take the 1 star, so we'll get them situated over there. So there's the block. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send 4 there. I don't want any chance of that fleet being destroyed. So, and that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the round. I do want to get that going as quickly as possible because the profits are starting to dip now. We've got a lot of armies, which are needed, of course, but there's a little bit of concern on the profits. So, all right, so all the royals are here. That's good. Continuing on. We might go a little bit easy on new building projects unless it's these 4, our big 4, I like to call them. Hold off a little bit on the massive building. And I think these guys now can head, and yeah, they're getting some armor now too. So, all right, so let's send these guys on their merry way. We'll just keep that factory going. And that looks good. Okay, so just keep feeding these troops here. Actually, we're going to cancel. All right, so we're going to hold off building. Now, that's good enough for now. And we're going to cancel this building troops here. And we're just going to produce troops in this province for now. And the only thing we're going to build here is profit. We need to get some more profit going, so, which we're doing. Okay. And then once we get a second army here, I think we're done at that point. I think we got enough to deal with the French. They're a little bit, you know, even if they attacked us, we could do counterattacks, all sorts of things, and bother them too. So we have enough up there, so I'm not going to get too concerned about that. Because again, the focus right now is Egypt. And they're moving some forces down there. They realize they're starting to build up too. We got a lot down here. I almost think I could go now. Let's see. In fact, we're going to do it. It's time to launch the war. Maybe just a little bit. Let's see. All right, the first thing I want to do, we are going to launch, but the first thing I want to do is get the governor out of here. That's always a rookie mistake I like to make, is to move him and then you lose track of him. So we'll keep him there. And here we go. Here comes the onslaught. Now we do have to, you know what? Actually, hold on. Let's go a couple more rounds because I forgot the Egyptians could block us. So let's get our. No, you know what? I think we're good. I don't even see their fleet up here, so I think we're good to go. So let's go. Time to go. All right, so there we go. The attack has begun. We're going to hold off on the Bagala. No, we're not. We're going to make the Bagala, and then we'll make more troops down here. Okay. And that's the reason I built up that province, just in case they did block our navy. We have the ability to make some troops and get reinforcements. This is probably going to be a fairly sizable fight, depending on how deep they've gone into Asia Minor. And a good victory. Lost a lot of troops, but that was to be expected. Okay, so we take Egypt, one of the most critical provinces in the game. It's a huge moneymaker, and strategically it's important. So there we go. We'll have that's not really built up, but we'll build it up. So we got that going. Oh, we got our other army here. Okay, so that's good. Kind of glad I'm building up these urban militia now because it's like an extra army. Profits kind of take a dip, but we should get more revenue coming in now. You don't want to be in the red, so that's why it's important to sort of keep an eye on it. All right, so up here we wanted to get this at least 2 armies over here, which I think we're close to doing. And you know what? That's it. We're done. We got enough up here. If the French do launch a surprise attack, yeah, I mean, if they do launch, we'll be able to handle that. Where's the king? Is there? I would kind of like to make a treaty with Italy, but I don't see the king. We're not going to waste too much time. They don't really scare me. Their fleet isn't even that big. We could take out most of their boats. So, we may hold off a little bit on. Well, we do have to keep sending reinforcements down here. So, but we'll see. Yeah, you know what? We're still going to keep making troops, just in these provinces for now, though, and the urban militia. So we're just restricted to creating our best units, get our most bang for our buck, and there we go. So those reinforcements will all feed in down south once we take Egypt, which hopefully we do. Looks like it's about to fall. They're sending some forces down here, but nothing really too concerning. But we definitely had the right size on the army to launch this, so. But if we want to expand, I'd like to get Palestine. That's another big money maker. Okay, so we take Cairo. Good. All right. And that should provide an immediate boost. Well, not really, but it will as we build it out. Let's get a watchtower going right away. And now we can continue on the offense. Ooh, that guy's dangerously low. All right, let's reinforce him. All right, let's send... We'll keep this army here and move everybody else in. We still... Yeah, so we still hold that. And we do want to engage... Keep taking out the Egyptian Navy. I don't want to let them get over here, so... If we see them, we're going to attack them. That's going to be the rule of thumb. And we've got these units that are even better now. They've got the advanced armor. Let's get all of these guys. I don't know why it's bothering me, but it is. Let's get them all situated. And then let's send these guys. Here's where I'm starting to really like this. We can move these guys all the way down now. And we can move. We'll keep the urban militia going. This guy can go to... Oh, no, not yet. Okay, so... Alright, so let's end the round. Let's just keep this... Let's keep this massive... these massive reinforcements going south. And we're just holding the line up in continental Europe for a little bit. If I had more revenue, I would probably continue the fight up there, but I am very cognizant of the treasury, which is, look, it's down to 40 now. So we got to be cognizant of that. Um, I was bragging about the treasury a while ago, but it is starting to dip a little. That's why we got to get in here and get some of these. Like Tripoli makes it. Look at that, 700, 600. I mean, these are good money makers. So Sicily's got quite a few boats here. Yeah, let's build. No, okay, so we are building another boat. I wanted to see that. Okay, so here, a mosque, and let's get some revenue going. Revenue. Everything's going to be revenue right now. Based. So that's what we need. Okay, good. So those are all queued up, and we're about to take... We definitely need some more reinforcements, that's for sure. And we're going to get those. So we can move this guy all the way down. Look at that. That's why it's so important to keep those seas clear of any enemy fleets. So you can get reinforcements in there very, very quickly. Oh my gosh, Egypt, look at this, Turkey's up here. Okay, so they're not as dangerous as I thought they would be, but they could be, so that's why we're on the initiative here. If we get down to about 500 or 600, I'm going to stop producing units just for a bit. So like I said, we're dipping into the... I want that higher than it is. And we may need that end game, so I'm going to... In fact, we may stop building for a little bit, troops. And just let these guys do their job. It's so tempting just to keep building units, and it's hard for me to even... That's really what this game is about. How big do you want to make your army, you know? But these guys are starting to move. That's good. You know, I think we're going to go attack Palestine. I want to get the money-making province first. Arabia doesn't really produce much, money-wise. So, we're going to go after Palestine, just declare war with the Turks. It looks like they were only recently here, or there was some sort of rebellion issues, so that's fine. We'll just send what we got. Sinai is not a big money maker either, but it's a critical position-wise. It's pretty important. We have to keep up with this, so let's keep that going. And I sort of changed my mind. I think we're going to hold off. We're going to totally stop on the units just for now. I want to build up the profits a little bit more. So we're going to hold off just for a little bit. Not a lot, but just for a small time period here. We're going to let these armies sort of do their job. Move this unit down here. That's good. Okay, so... Yeah. So I want to build up the treasury, or at least keep it stable to some degree. And I think things are pretty stable up here. I don't see any big threats. I mean, France doesn't look like... I mean, we could handle them if they attack us. We got enough... Just looking at it, we have way more... Well, you're always worried about... Oh, I just don't want them to come into a province and wreck it, because it... And the worst thing is they get behind your lines and start moving into your interior. That can be a problem, too. Okay, so the Turks came in here. But we're going to take Palestine now. That's good. And see, now we're up to 39, so we're rebuilding our treasury a little bit here. I just hope I don't have to make more armies to get... We probably can get Tripoli, looks like. Maybe. I don't know. It depends. I think we're going to do a switcheroo here. We're going to put this army here, because as a general, I'm going to move this army here. And let's go ahead. We will make... I don't mind making peasants to hold the line, so that's good. Oh, we had some guys sitting over here, just sitting here. Don't like that. Let's move them in. Alright. We should have some more forces up here to deploy. Oh, they're even getting that Wow, that's cool. Now, the only provinces I'm going to build in are these. Obviously, we want to keep these going. Let's get that metalsmith going first. Yeah, these we will build, because this is the critical. These are our critical units. And even this one, too, because we're building... Yeah, let's go ahead and spend the money there. Okay. Other than that, we'll keep things status quo. I mean, neither the English, like I said before, they're not really presenting any threat to us, so not really concerned about continental Europe right now. Okay, there's this army. Let's move them all the way over here. And we're going to move this army in here, and I don't think that Egypt really poses a big threat. Let's look at these. I mean, I think we could handle that for now. Okay, so what we really want to do is get Tripoli. And Syria would be nice, too. Syria is a nice sort of bottleneck area where you can... It's a good bottleneck province down in the Middle East. Okay, so, I mean, they have some sizable troops there. It's not... The question is... Yes, I think we're going to move this army here. Keep this one here. Alright, so we got 3 armies there. We're going to move 3 up here. We may have to abandon this. I don't know what's up here, but we'll get some intel, at least. And we just picked up a huge amount of revenue, which is good. So, and we boosted our revenue. That's good. So, it won't be long before I start to produce units again. But we'll just... Yeah, they came in. Okay, here we go. Should win this. We did, but we took heavy casualties. Okay. Pretty side. Did we lose? Yeah, we took some pretty heavy, sizable casualties there. But what that does mean is we do need to replace the army we just lost, so let's do that. And every time we do lose an army, we'll just produce more of what we lost. So, good for us, bad for them. Let's make some more of these guys. All right. Let's just keep an eye. You know, I might want to try and make amends with England right now. Where's my emissary? I can make an emissary here. I should have one somewhere. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, we'll make one right here. Okay. And see if we can make amends with England. At least get them neutral. Okay, good. So, it's a little sketchy down south now with that. The Turks came in and did some pretty significant... At least we repelled it. Okay, here come... So we are getting attacked. And it took some... Suffered... Yeah, we got to replace these units now. So we're back to building our armies because we're getting hit here. At least we're repelling it, but we have definitely... We've lost effectively 2 armies down here. Can I move this guy now? Yes, look at that. We can move that guy. And let's sign out the governorship. So he's really loyal now, and... Oh, we've got another guy here. Okay, so let's send him in here, or down here. This army can now be reinforced. And let's move this up here. Okay, so we've got... Definitely got to get some more reinforcements down there. Okay, well, I think that's a good place to call it. Pretty good success. Made our way up, up into the Middle East, and hopefully, I'd like to, in the next video, get up to Constantinople and here. These are 2 nice... of course, we do have the I'm not sure. I forget when the Golden Horde arrive. I'd rather have them fight it out than me. Let them appear, and then everybody else can try and take care of them rather than me. But okay, that's it. Thanks as always for watching.